I'm doing juicing again as per usual. I'm going to juice some lemons today too. I'm going to juice that and put a bit of broccoli in it too. I'm going to wash it up and see if it helps my stomach. I've been having these pills and just had that. And I'm going to juice some lemons. Apparently citrus helps and stuff like that. But I have to go find myself because they're perforated and I'm in a lot of pain and they won't operate on me. And it costs $100,000. So I got no option. And I'm doing a bit of garlic, coconut. That's what I have. Just coconut, green tea. That's all my green teas. Yep, so here I am. I'm going to see whether or not this juicing actually helps. I found that with the cabbages I get, purple helps a little bit, but that one helps more, probably because it's got more nutrient in it, so it's real thick. Yeah, so that's what I found, that this helps more. So I got an option. I'm going to go on here today. I've just been googling how to make money online to GoFundMe because I need stomach surgery, and yeah, and they got all my medical records, but they won't operate on me. So yeah, I'm gonna ring up the press soon. I've been ringing up lawyers and lawyers and lawyers for years and years because they won't operate on my broken feet neither. I was just told to go home and die. I'm actually deadly serious. The likes of me hope to achieve, and all the massive insults known possible to mankind. So this is about my 5th juicer. I've got other stuff there. I've got a Slurpee machine, but it doesn't work good. It's like slime down your gut. Whereas this is tastes a bit better. Like, it's got to be, yeah. I don't know if it's doing any good, but they reckon it does. So that's why I got it. And I've been eating half a cabbage a day. So now I'm going to try juicing it up. But at the end of the day, the guy that juiced himself better, you know, I don't believe it. I've been eating it. And I'll prove that most people are actually really seriously ill because they believe everything on YouTube. And I'm just going to do garlic. I eat garlic every day, chili every day, coconut oil every day, green tea several times a day. It's mainly all I drink. Aloe vera, I've had a million of them. I've had about 100 trillion gallons of garlic. I've eaten about 50 aloe vera plants, and someone said just after 3 days with coconut oil and aloe vera they were better, which is a whole lot of lies. There's no way, you know. But yeah, they won't operate on me. And I had someone here that was airlifted for 2, and I've had bleeding ulcers for about 50 years. So I'm in a lot of pain. That's why I haven't gone fun of myself. So I'm in that much pain, but I've been ringing up lawyers, about one every day for 6 years, and none of them will sue for me. So they get away with making refusing to operate on my bleeding stomach. So I need urgent GoFundMe. I'm going to set up. I tried to set up years ago, but I stopped because they reckon cabbage killed it. So stupid me actually believed it. But like I said, I've been eating all healthy foods. Here's more. Over here, there's vinegars. I've had a million vinegars, pickled foods, and everything that I actually have been verbally abused and threatened to be hit. And I spent most of my life going to the doctors, and when I go to the hospital, they actually abuse me. So I got to take a camera with me, but my grass has grown that long because I got about 10 broken bones and my ankle's broken, and they won't operate on that neither. That's supposed to help H. pylori. There's my green tea, and I'm still perforated, I'm still bleeding, and I eat a cabbage every day, and a whole lot of garlic and that, and coconut. I have everything that's supposed to kill the bacteria, and not one thing's worked. So don't believe everything you see. Like, people are only on here to lie, to make money, and they don't care whether you die. Like, this lady said she was raw vegan, and she wasn't, and that she had cancer, and she lied. and millions of people dying of cancer click on, and unfortunately they die because of these people. So they shouldn't be allowed on here unless they take a lie detector test, unless they can actually show results before and after, and take a lie detector test while they're talking on these sites. So, like, I'm doing, this is about 3 days juicing, and don't feel any better. But this one, when I eat it, the thick bit, it makes me feel a speck better. And I'll film it how I go to the hospital and they won't even look at me. They won't even treat me, and bleeding stomach ulcers are life-threatening. And you can actually burst the main artery and you can die because the acid is actually, mine are perforated and they're coming out of my stomach, and they're trying really hard to make out there's nothing wrong, so I pass away. Dr. Chan at JHH put there, never, ever, ever treat this patient under any circumstance, so all the doctors are refusing to treat me, so I die. For absolutely no reason, he put up there, never, ever, 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 for no reason, a doctor. This is a highly educated man working in the healthcare system, mind you, in a hospital. Like I said, when I was about 20, 2 doctors, when a lady passed away in the room, she had a heart attack and dropped dead, they stepped over her like she wasn't even there. And my ex had to slide on the ground and try to give her CPR. They didn't even give a shit about it. And then they tried to push me in the room to try to make out that she hadn't died. She dropped dead. And the whole surgery at Bajoy was surrounded by doctors, and they didn't even care less about her. And my father passed away, and the doctors didn't care about him, and he used to do work for them all the time for free. So, so if you think that they care about you, they don't. Not one bit. They didn't even bother flinching, and my brother was driving around my father in a car, a dead body in a car, while the doctor's surgery didn't even look at him. And they were supposed to be my father's friends, these doctors. So, the healthcare system shouldn't have people that cruel. They send you. I can't even feel the bottom of my foot. My ankle's still broken 6 years later. And all I got was the likes of me hope to achieve at Gosford. An obese doctor and a Japanese Chinese was laughing, going, ha, 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 you got cancer, go home and die, ha, 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 what's your game plan? Then I got, what the hell do you think you're coming to my hospital for? Get out, screamed at. Go back to the doctors, they say you're going to die, they're perforated. And then at Charlestown, doctor did a scan on my stomach and goes, F me dead, you should be dead, you should be dead. And went screaming from the surgery, screaming his head off, saying that mine were actually bleeding really bad, they perforated that bad. Then they found a huge mass of blood in my stomach, and they still won't operate because I went to about 100 doctors, and then one goes, look, up here's got never, ever, ever to treat this patient under any circumstance. So I died, Dr. Chan at the JHH. And it's been about 15 years later, and guess what? No law firm will sue. So I'm walking around with 1 foot only, and it's starting to crack, about 10 broken bones and bleeding. And I was on Nick Griner on on all the TV stations, and he said, oh, there's future of tomorrow. Bleeding with perforated stomach ulcers with 1 ankle just functioning and 15 broken bones on my right foot. Told to go home and die. By Belmont and both Japanese, Chinese, and the last one was a black-haired white woman. I got to get their names because they just tell you to get out, yell at you, and then you do what Massa says and you go out with life-threatening illnesses. Then one lady, I was alone at 3 a.m, she was screaming her head off, going, I know my rights, you've got to operate. And security actually grabbed her around the throat, dragging her back, grabbed her and started, she was choking, saying, get out of the hospital now. And they call the police on you when you complain about bleeding, ulcers, they kicked me out at 3 in the morning with bleeding stomach ulcers. Not to mention my 15 broken bones and I can't feel my foot. Yeah, and then this other lady was screaming, I know my rights, I know my rights. So they grabbed her by the throat and dragged her, strangling her at the JHH. Then there was another man there, all single. Like I said, all my neighbours are dead, and they're all single, dead. Imagine that. You go there thinking they're going to save your life, and they're all dead. Now, 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 of my neighbours dead. Where's the doctor? Is he in jail for killing them? No. And Dr. Chan said it real happy-go-lucky in front of my mum, and I'll record her too as well. And I've got paperwork that shows up there, says never ever to treat this patient under any circumstance, that they found a huge mass of blood in my gut, and it's got up there never to put that they've ever seen me. And the doctors all at Glendale roundabouts participated in that and put up, and then one he said, oh gee, I've got to put you on a waiting list, it's pretty urgent, you can die. And then the second he saw Dr. Chan's written permission to kill me, well, he thought, well, damn it, why not? We won't treat her so she dies. So not only is Dr. Champ, he actually knows damn well that all the doctors will not treat me so I die. So what does that say about doctors? That if I tell the next door neighbour to kill someone, they're going to do it for me because I'm wealthy? And what makes it more pitiful is not one law firm 10 years later will sue 6 years with broken ankle and several broken bones, bleeding stomach ulcers nearly 30 years later, and I don't get any justice by the doctor sending me home with perforated stomach ulcers. And I'll show you at amagoodperson.com. They're trying to make out there's nothing wrong, so if I die that no one can sue. That I've also got medical records, with showing that they found a huge mass of blood in my stomach, and they still won't operate. And then what really scares the shit out of me is I've got to spend hundreds of dollars getting cabbage and everything, and then I can't barely sleep, and the acid's so intense it's burst out, they're perforated, that I've got to wonder when my main blood vessel's going to burst and I die. Then I had them show at my door with their hands on taser guns, threatening to shoot me for calling the ambulance over bleeding stomach. And you can see I'm a good person. And I went back to a doctor at Mayfield, and I'll tell you her name, and I said, is there such a thing as a Barrow Mill? She goes, yeah, there still is. And I said, well, every doctor at Charlestown says there's not. So I can't show people 30 years later how they're bleeding worse, and all I taste is blood, and they still won't operate. So if I die, I'm going viral because I have I've got to save my life. I'll die. I've got bleeding. I've got a massive hole in my stomach. I can't feel the bottom half of my leg, not to mention my broken bones. Look at this. And I'm walking like that. See that? That's how I spent 6 years walking like that. So I've got to go fun, and a stranger gave me the boot. I'll show you the first boot. There's no bottom on it. So yeah, and I thought this could heal me, but it isn't. I thought eating healthy and eating all the really good teas that kill H. pylori. No, I can't believe it. When I went there, the doctor goes, "You're gonna die. They're bleeding bad," and they go, "What the hell do the likes of you hope to achieve here? You've got cancer. Go home and die." Instead of surgery. And then I was left in the waiting room, and they told me to get out and yelled at me. Wouldn't even operate on my broken bones. Yet everyone else has been airlifted, treated like a god, and I got to go home and die. The likes of you hope to achieve. So I'm ringing up the press, and I bet you $1 million I won't destroy them. She said they would. I ran up 60 Minutes a few times. She goes, just go to the hospital. I've been there about 10 times. I spent my whole nearly 40 to 50 years on earth trying to get my bleeding stomach ulcers fixed up. Coconut's supposed to heal it? Nothing. Maca tea, there it is there. Yep, and I can't feel the bottom of my foot, and I'm meant to mow the front and back for eternity with broken limbs. So thank goodness for, I just hope that my password, I forgot it, because I thought doing this stuff would heal my bleeding ulcers, which is bull. So yeah, so I'm telling everyone, don't believe everything on YouTube. They're only there to make money. They don't care about you. Like, you could say anything. You could say, like, there's a lot of people that are dead because of it. Like, these people that go, look at the before and after, look at all the blood, and then all of a sudden, and I'm doing somersaults in the air. They're full of crap. So there. Yeah, and yeah, so I'm no better. I'm still in agony pain. And then, he said uncomplicated, but he showed you a picture of him after he got off the toilet with blood pissing out in the toilet. And on here, on Facebook, I showed everyone how I have actual blood coming out of me in the toilet. And at the JHH, one specialist is trying to make out there's nothing wrong. And then I met another lady at Glenelg Shop. She said that she's in a lot of pain. I said H. pylori is stomach cancer. And she said the same doctor told her she had nothing wrong with her stomach. So they're just like, we don't give a shit. There's nothing wrong with you. Like, they shouldn't be working. When you're a doctor, you're supposed to save lives, not take them. And like I said, all my neighbours are all dead. All skinny, all dead. All single, all dead. And what's happened to that doctor that's killed him? Nothing. What's happened to Dr. Chan that told me to go home and die? What's the other one that the likes of me hope to achieve by going there? Go on and on and on. And then the two that showed up at my door called the police threatening to shoot me through the door for wanting my bleeding ulcers, not to mention my broken bones. Here, that's all I get. And then my neck's stuck and they go, and then it goes from there to there, and my bones are going, because that dissolves. It's enough to dissolve a bone, and it's been going shooting up. I've had seizures and everything, then all the way down, and it can actually dissolve a main artery, and you can bleed to death. And one of my friends at the JHH, no one's around here anymore because they think that I actually just don't go to the hospital when I'm on Facebook showing you me at the hospital, and they just walk away and leave me there or tell me to get out. Yeah, and so when I saw that lady being grabbed by the throat, then there was another person on his own too, a pensioner. They said, you're effing insane, we'll put you in Fletcher, when he wasn't. He was just sick, but he happened to be single on the pension. So we've people in public healthcare, doctors are supposed to save lives, abusing, physically assaulting, and sending people home in dead. Dead. That's pretty horrific shit when you refuse to treat people and let them die, but you'll treat a wealthy person. That's murder. So there's probably hundreds of them working in the healthcare system now. One of the church ladies said that her mum was there for 3 days later, but she knows doctors. And because she said, I know doctors, they fix her mum up. But her mum was there for 3 days. Then I saw pictures of a 10-year-old boy hemorrhaging to death at the JHH. He's probably dead now as we speak. The mother, out of desperation, took pictures of him. She should have gone viral. But this is why you should allow people freedom of speech, not just how to make money. That's not going to do any good. We need to name these people that are killing people for no reason at all. Because you could be next. Your brother could be next. Your sister, your child could be next. Anyone you love could be next, just because they don't have the funds. Now, the lady that died over there, Cherie, she used to work. She had a car accident. Couldn't. I can't work with broken bones. I can't work with bleeding stomach ulcers. I can barely even think, let alone sleep. I'm in hell agony pain. And I can't remember. I couldn't believe it. How I was told to go home and die, and the doctors said they got to by law, but who's going to make them operate? I said to the local member, I said, what am I supposed to do? Download a machine gun and go on a mass murder spree at the JHH? What the? And how am I supposed to force him to operate on my bleeding ulcers? What the am I supposed to do? Go insane? She said, force him. How? How am I supposed to force someone that works as a doctor to operate on my bleeding ulcers? How?